I've seen that look before, Nisha. It's a look of revenge. I know all about hatred, scorn, but believe me, it isn't the wisest place to draw motivation.
You're right. But these questions have been buried far too long.
Your mind has been set. I respect that. We'll go and dig up your answers, but heed my warning. No amount of dirt will satisfy you.
Who are you? What the fuck are you doing here? This is private property, and you have no business here.
We don't give a damn about your warehouse. What we want are answers, and like it or not, you're gonna talk.
Stop! That's it! I'll tell you what you want to know.
Very well. You're the one who used to turn in people who were an obstacle to the ASC, right? The one who was sending innocents to rehabilitation camps?
No, look, it's way more complicated than that. Yeah, sure, I was in charge of making up evidence back when proof was needed to frame some of them. But with the ASC out there headhunting, now all you gotta do is send an anonymous letter to get someone deported. But most of the time, it wasn't I who was in charge of deciding who had to leave. We would get together and present those who might threaten us. It wasn't a single man's decision. Anton wasn't our chief yet.
Not most of the time, but it happened. You sent a bunch of street kids straight to a camp, and I don't see what threat they represented, so? Why? Personal vengeance? What the hell did they do to you?
Nothing, but a girl from that gang came to see me. She told me that another kid had overheard us, and she wanted to turn us in. It was believable. And since that snot-nosed kid could have talked about it with his gang, I turned in the whole group.
You're lying. It doesn't make sense. None of us would have turned in someone in the group.
I know what I'm talking about. Why would I lie to you? The kid, I think her name was Gloria.
You lie! Gloria would have never done anything like that, you son of a... You're gonna die, scumbag.
Nisha, I understand your anger, but killing him won't give you back your years spent in a camp. Come on, leave him alone. Let's go.
That guy's a monster, Zach. He used the most sinister characters of our corporations and manipulated them to get rid of poor innocent people. But you're right. This won't give me back what he took from me, nor what he took from others. I'll follow you.
I know you prefer for us to shut it, but Nisha, do not let such new questions torture you for even more years. This time, find your answers quickly.
It can't be. I can't...
Hey there, new blood.
Hey, over here. Please, I need to talk to you. About what? You don't know me, and I want to keep it that way. But I'll tell you, I'm with the opposition, and I know you're a wanted man too. ASC's hunting you. Heard you're quite the traveler. Keeping that in mind, my cell chief thinks we might be able to scratch each other's backs a little, considering we have the same enemies. He's got a deal for you. He'll be hiding in the back of the Curiosities, waiting for you. All right. Sure. Hi.
Hello there, Mr. Mancer. Good to see you.
How have you been coping with the ASC's rise to power?
It's not me I'm worried about. You have no idea the number of our people who've been arrested, tortured, killed. But all of Victor's brutality is starting to backfire. The people are getting fed up. They're joining us in droves. Problem is, it's not easy to organize everyone, especially when we don't know who the ASC spies are and aren't. But we still need to get the truth out to the people. It's the reason our publications are so important. It's just one voice of reason, standing up against the relentless lies and propaganda the regime's spreading. It's... I'm sorry, I'm sure I'm just preaching to the choir.
I heard you thought we might be able to help each other.
You heard right. Me and my group publish the real news, so people get to hear what's really going on past the propaganda. Problem is, we're having trouble getting reliable information. As you can imagine, we're being hunted too, which makes it harder to meet up with our informers, a lot of whom are turning up dead. Rumor is the army's reducing its number of troops, but it's just a rumor for now.
I could probably talk to my former captain to verify it. That all you're looking for?
No. We also know that we lost the war to Aurora, but don't have any details about it. Not a single soldier even came back from the front. We want to know what happened. How'd we lose?
Dandolo's probably heard and probably has a better political perspective and understanding of it than anyone else I'd know. That it?
No. One last thing. We heard about a rebellion in a prison camp a while back. But it wasn't the prisoners who rose up, it was the mutants working there. Heard a lot escaped.
And do you want to know details? Sure. For that, I can go right to the source. Mutants have settled down in a place I know. I'll see if I can get some answers for you. I'll be back when I find them.
It would be a big help. Looks like I wasn't wrong in asking you. Be careful out there.
Hey, officer. Should I be worried about your visit?
If I was still an officer, maybe. I'm as much on the run as you are now.
Maybe I should start calling you something else then. What's your name?
Zachariah.
A pleasure, Zachariah. How can I help you?
Hey, the matcher's back. Hell do you want?
One of our cases is stuck in limbo. You remember? The girls who were disappearing?
Trying to do a good thing in the hope of redeeming yourself?
That's not really what I had in mind. No. Actually, they're the ones who were sending me to obtain their freedom for good.
What a fucking traitor you are. This is the last time.
pleasure as always, Zach Roguemancer. I hope my...
Looks like your dreams came true. Your men finally found a way.
And from what I heard, you went in with a little heavy hand yourself with my men, which isn't really, but it's fine. Live by brutality, die by brutality. Maybe
How's that?
I'd really love to send some men back to Noctis. Tell them to stay out of the way. Keep discreet. I don't want control in the city. I just want access to just some healthy competition. What do you say? Not that I expect you to say yes without a fair price. For your...
If I could believe you, Anton, then maybe. But if I give you a bit, then before long, you'll want it all.
Brilliant! Brilliant, Mancer. You win. Throw me and my men out. That'll clean up the damn city. There are bigger fish for you to worry about. Victor's pretty entrenched in the notorious secret city. Who knows if my men could have helped you out at some point.
Don't think I'll need them. You think you're telling me something new? Victor's men aren't exactly discreet.
Good for you for learning the ropes. Keeping your ear to the ground.
Yeah, guess I'm growing up. Few things I'd still like to find out, though. Like what and how your men managed to learn what they...
I'm not one to donate information, but it's a funny story, so I'll make an exception. You see, the prince and mercenaries lack, among many things, and soon, the zealot. If you're looking to learn what the spies found out for the colonel.
Guess we all have our little amusements. I gotta go.
Then go. A pleasure is...
Looks like your dreams came true. Your men...
And from what I... But it's fine.
How's that?
Just some healthy...
It's a deal. On the condition that I don't even know your men are there. Never hear about them.
By the shadow, we have a deal. Look at us, working together like civilized men, without even a scrap. Here's payment as promised. Though seeing as you're in such a good mood, Victor's already set up camp in Noctis, if you need my help.
Where'd you hear that? Dandolo never said anything to me.
I'm not one to donate information, and mercenaries, and if you're looking to...
Guess we all have our... I gotta go.
Then go.
Holy shit. You come all the way to Noctis and still can't get away from Victor. How the hell did he manage to make it here? I better figure out what the hell's going on. Find his spies before it's the end of us. The opponents of the Assembly are becoming more and more numerous, more and more reckless. I heard they become so ballsy that they're planning to blow I keep going this way. I'm gonna get myself shot.
Get him!
Captain, good to see you. Rumor has it that the number of soldiers in the barracks is declining.
Despite official reasoning that it's downsizing because we're no longer at war. Unofficially, it's because many of your colleagues have been arrested, and even more replaced.
Replaced?
By members of the ASC who report directly to him, and now make up half my company, and who should be out watching over the population, but instead spend their time watching over us in support of the Colonel's little power grab. Just saying, if the man decided to mount a coup against the Dowser, not sure there's much we could do to stop him.
On the road to Noctis.
Hush up. As we close in on the city, I'll have to dodge a shit ton of potholes made by the fuckload of traffic. So I'm gonna need absolute concentration.
Noctis is quaint, but too businessy for my taste.
Well, it is a merchant city.
Indeed, but where's the science? Where's the progress? After all, science is the one who made all this possible. I mean, it's also the reason why we're stuck here.
When we get there, we should go say hello to Dandolo. He hates it when I don't stop by to peck him on the cheek.
I still like this city. It was the first human place where my brothers could roam free.
I didn't see many of you there, though.
So many memories over there. So many bad ones. The nostalgia of spending hundreds of hours in the unloading area, filling and emptying Marcello's sand sails. Is nostalgia the right word? Because past aside, it feels like home now.
Zach, I need to talk to you, without the others around. Something personal.
No problem.
It's regarding what you found in Ophir, you know? In Scott's lab, my father's mail. I've thought about it, and I figured that we should try to find the kid. Scott's son.
Don't you think Scott tried everything to find his son? Besides, he risks reliving something he may not want to experience again.
That boy is connected to my father's disappearance, right? That's what that woman said. And look, the mutants have an almost normal life here. Scott didn't know that the city existed before. We could set up something new. What do you think? If we find out what happened to his son, we could not just bring him back here, but also find out what my dad went to do for Scott. I'm almost convinced that he was trying to bring him back his son.
All right, I'll look into it. Someone must know where to find the information regarding the new mutants.
Thank you! But I don't think Scott should know about all this for now. If something happened to his kid... Anyway, you know? Hi, Zach. How are you?
Hello, Amelia.
You still chasing after your father?
No. Well, alright, yeah, but not immediately. First, I'm gonna need to do some investigative work on this kid who became a mutant.
You want my advice? Talk to Phobos. He's the kind of man who can give good insights on the child. Also, Amelia, I can't shake this feeling that maybe you should look into your own past, your own story.
Get off my fucking back, Misha. There's nothing special about my own story. It's a boring as shit timeline that becomes tragic as shit when my father disappears.
All right. I'm sorry. It's your life.
Zachariah, what can I do for you?
Trying to find out what happened to a young mutating man back in Ophir a few years ago. He got arrested then. After that, no one seems to know anything. You know anyone who could help me out?
Ophir's administration knows all, Zachariah. Any citizen, any story you're looking for can be found packed in nice little boxes in their archives. Problem is, those archives aren't really open to the public. Might be able to find a way to sneak in, but might be easier to ask an old mutant from Abundance first. You never know.
Thanks for the thought. Not a bad idea. Not much news in Ophir about Aurora defeating Abundance. You heard anything?
Word is that Green Hope's defeat brought an end to the fighting. Aurora apparently took control of the hydroponics center using militia alongside Technomancers to support their army. And at first, Wisdom showed himself a worthy military strategist, using the militia in battle. Such people, properly motivated, can be surprisingly effective. You'd have to bear witness to the poorer classes of Aurora to fully grasp how badly they were mistreated, to fully grasp how much the mere promise of a place in the council would motivate them to fight, to fully grasp how it helped to deliver quite a blow to Abundance. And while Aurora adopted new strategies, Abundance remained predictable. They had almost no Technomancers, since it's becoming harder to find them in Ophir with each passing day. An interesting development, yes? and one that wiped out their army.
Yeah, thanks for the info. Got your merchandise to your client, but while I was there, she told me something troubling.
What's that?
Victor apparently stopped the caravan, tortured and killed its merchants, but he didn't kill them before they told him where Noctis is, and from what she heard, your city's about to be overrun by ASC.
That doesn't quite... All the caravans sent to Ophir have already returned. Strange. Knew we couldn't hide forever. We could try, but... Knew the ASC snakes would slither in at some point. Thank you for the heads up. I'll be sure to send a little something to my client in thanks, too.
Gotta say, you're taking it pretty well. Expected more yelling, or aren't you at least curious if the ASC snakes snuck in as the merchants they killed?
Of course. And the thought crossed my mind. But for now, it's just another fire I'm trying to cope with. I'll deal with it when the time comes. I need another favor, Mr. Mancer. Seems looters have taken to attacking our caravans in the canyon leading to Ophir lately. They would have likely come down to the city in order to fence their spoils. They haven't. This makes me doubt that the thieves are free agents. Perhaps they're working under someone else's interests. But I'd like to have more than a suspicion, and I'd like it to stop. Set up a counter-ambush, catch the looters red-handed, make them talk.
Got a more specific plan?
Been hatching one. You hide among the merchandise on board one of the caravans, belonging to a merchant I fully trust. When the attack hits...
Then I head back, get as rough as I need to until they tell us who's sending them, and who their mole in Noctis is.
Smart man.
I'll think about it. So I went out to see if there's any Vori in the city.
Can I put my mind at ease now?
They're out. Put your worries to rest. I really doubt Anton will send any more our way.
Fantastic. That is an enormous weight off my chest, Zachariah.
I don't feel safe. Not a mile
He's dead. It's over. You're free now.
Thank you. You can't imagine how much better we feel now. You hear that, girls? We're gonna be able to live finally.
Hey there.
What do you want, human?
I heard some mutants escaped from a prisoner camp. You hear anything about that?
Hasn't everyone?
Not in Ophir, where the news never went public, no. It was only a rumor there. What do you know?
I know if Ophir's men hear of it, it will cause trouble for us. For those among us who are still slaves there.
It could also give your brothers back there some hope again.
And to show them that we are able to rebel and escape? Yes, hope. So I will tell you, for my people, life in camp was hard, to say it lightly. Hard labor during the days, brutality during the nights. The prisoners would take out their frustration of being locked up out on them. The guards and prisoners alike battered them with their frustrations. Then, one day, one of ours struck a guard who was trying to stop him from going to the aid of a brother. After he fled, the guards then stated that if he did not come out, they would execute 10 random mutants. That was the moment the rebellion began. A prisoner from Aurora helped my brothers. With tools, they incited riot. Blood flowed. Many died. Some escaped. But at the start, few thought to flee. At the beginning, they wanted only better lives where they were. It became obvious, though, the repression that would come would be worse than ever. That the only chance for life was somewhere else. Scum, the mutant who struck the guard, led them to freedom. They escaped without even being chased. The story came directly from Scum. A great speaker. A great hero.
Thanks for the information.
Right. Dandolo sent.
You're the Mancer, right? He told me about you. I've already started talking about the routes I'll take in the future. If there's a spy, you'll hear—
Good. Then if you're ready, I'm gonna hide in your merchandise.
Get in my sand cell and hide among the cargo. You should be safe there.